Hi, I'm Miranda, co-founder of Silly George, and today I'm here to take you through a full application of our pop-on lashes, including any tips and tricks to help you make the most out of these lashes. So if this is your first time trying our pop-on lashes, congratulations, we're glad you're here. Whether you've been doing salon extensions or DIY at-home clusters with the Bond and Seal, either way, you're about to have a much better experience with our pop-on lashes while saving a lot of time, money, and mess along the way. I'm confident that these lashes will be the easiest and fastest lashes you've ever applied, but you are learning a new skill set here. So be ready to be patient with yourself and be prepared to potentially sacrifice one or two clusters along the way as you learn this new skill set. So first, set up your area. You'll need a nice bright light, a mirror, and some lash tweezers. If you have straight lashes, it's best to curl them first so that they stay out of the way and blend in with these lashes better. As you open your box of pop-on lashes, my first tip is to be very, very careful. These glue pads are really sticky, which we want for great hold, but if you're not careful, you can damage the lashes in the box. For all styles, any cluster can be used on the right or the left side, except for bloom. These lashes gently fan out from inner to outer corners. So you do need to pay attention to the left and the right side in the box and make sure you put them on the right eye. You'll also notice that there's an 8, 10, 12, 12, and 14 along the box here. This is the length in millimeters of each cluster. The most typical way to map your lash will be going from a short piece to a longer piece. So shortest to the inner corner, gradually getting longer as you get to the outermost corner of the eye. As you apply them, you can build from the innermost corner, working your way to the outermost corner, or work from outside inwards. I actually prefer to start on the inside and work my way out. Most people use 3 to 5 clusters across each eye. This will totally depend on the style of lash that you're after, as well as your own eye shape and size. Some people can fit 6, and some people prefer to only use 3 if they're after an accent lash style that'll only place them on the outer half of your eye. It is possible to cut the clusters in half if you need to, but if you're going to do this, please make sure that you use fine, sharp scissors like the ones found in our lash application kit. I'm going to be putting on our blush style today, which is my absolute favorite and my everyday lash at the moment. I'm going to be building them with an 8, 10, 12, 12. I have relatively small eyes, so I usually wear about 4 or 4.5 clusters. I happen to like the shorter lengths for daily wear, but if I were going out for a special occasion, I might wear a 10, 12, 12, 14, or choose a lash with a bit more volume, like Bloom or Flutter. So go in on an angle like this and gently start lifting the cluster up by the hairs, not by the glue pad. If you find it easier to get the clusters out on this angle, that's fine. You'll just need to turn them back around in the tweezer after. So if you're gonna do that, hold the cluster by the hairs and not by the glue pad, and then just turn it around so it's that way. As you bring it up to your eye, try to get the angle right so that the lash band is gonna follow the natural curve of your eyelid. Some people like to reach around and pull their eyelid up with their opposite finger. I'm gonna be holding a mirror. And then bring it up and pop it on. You'll feel it grab. See how that's grabbing and pulling? And then you just let go. And then you can press it in a little bit, give it a little pinch, or you can wiggle it in with your finger. And there you go. Piece 1 done. So I'm going in with my second piece here. This one's a 10 millimeter. The first one was an 8. And just get it right up close, right next to that first cluster. They can spread out a little bit as they settle in, so you do want them to be as snug as possible to start with. In fact, you can even overlap them a little bit. Third piece now, this one's a 12. I actually like to hold the tweezers up pretty close to the lash band along the hairs. Lift it up and just pop it on. Again, you feel it grab. It's a pretty satisfying feeling. And then just pinch it in. There you go. Piece number 4, this one's another 12. Done. I've actually got some space left, and I think I've started closer to the inner corner than I normally would. So I'm actually going to put a 5th cluster on today. Sometimes it just works out this way. Let's try a 14, just for fun. And then I'll take my spoolie and just fluff them up, straighten them out, blend them in with my natural lashes. Go. So when applying the opposite side as your dominant hand, things can get a little bit trickier. Some people will end up using their dominant hand, but holding over like this. I can do it with my non-dominant hand, so that's what I'm gonna do today. So let's build the same lash that I did on the other side. We'll grab number 2. Number 3, which is a 12. I love that feeling of the grab popping on. And then here's another 12. And now for this last piece, which I've actually cut, which is what I normally do. I'm gonna pop it on the very outside corner. And then there we go. Give them a little brush with the spoolie. See how they look really natural? Really seamless and natural under the band. And to the naked eye, you wouldn't even know that I'm wearing lashes. Even if you don't place them perfectly, because the lash band is clear and the glue pad is clear, it's actually really, really hard to tell, even if your placement isn't perfect. No one's gonna notice. As you bring up the cluster, you're gonna want it attaching right at the junction of your lash roots. Some will be on the waterline, which is totally fine. In fact, I've noticed that the more mine has attached onto the waterline itself, the longer hold that I'll get. Initially, I was worried that I would feel it there, but actually it's super comfortable and you don't notice it at all on the waterline. Placing them this way, rather than having the full weight of the cluster on your natural lashes, means that the lashes will sit more upright and stay in place better, and it will actually save your natural lashes because they won't be carrying the full weight of the clusters like other styles of cluster lashes. With each cluster, just double check that there's no hairs sticking downwards. Once or twice, I've noticed that I've put a lash cluster on and I could feel something in my eye. And when I looked close with a bright light, I noticed that there was a little hair that had tucked downwards, or one of my natural lashes had tucked downwards. So I had to take that cluster off and try it again. So just always double check that all the hairs are even and there's nothing sticking down. You shouldn't feel anything with normal blinking, but if you do notice that you feel a bit of stickiness once you've applied the lashes, what you can do is just pop on a bit of translucent powder, either with a little brush or your finger, and that's enough to neutralize the glue and you won't feel that stickiness anymore. So because these are multi-day wear, they're very little maintenance, but what you might want to do each morning is just give them an extra little clamp just to make sure those pieces are all still in place. And then what I like to do is just give them a little fluff up with the spoolie brush. If you're a side or a tummy sleeper, or you think you might be rubbing your eyes at night or pulling at the lashes, my next hot tip is to grab our Silly George Lash Sleep Mask to make sure that that doesn't happen and your lashes stay in place all night, waking up looking perfect. So what about washing your face, showering, swimming? Can these lashes get wet? Well, these lashes are relatively water resistant. Just know that the more you get them wet, the less days of wear that you might get with them, but they are pretty hardy and stand up to some moisture and humidity. So humidity and a bit of splashing in the shower is okay, but I wouldn't recommend putting your whole face under the shower stream. When removing your eye makeup, I recommend using a makeup remover wipe or a reusable pad and working above and below the lashes without actually rubbing on the lashes themselves. These lashes are actually really great holiday lashes. When it comes to swimming, yes, you can actually swim in them and they will stay on. You certainly won't come out of the pool and have your lashes falling off. But what it means is that you might get less days of wear with the lashes. As you get to the end of wear of a particular set, you can actually just change individual clusters that might have started to twist or come loose. Usually that'll be the inner or outer corner, especially if you've cut any to fit your eye shape. But most people will prefer to remove a whole set and replace a whole set once they notice a couple of clusters have started to come loose or twist. To do that, we recommend gently pinching and getting your fingernail under the base of the lash band if you can, and then just pulling slowly. The slower you go, the less chance you'll have of pulling out any of your natural lashes. And obviously, don't pinch too hard. The longer you've worn them, the more sticky and melted in the glue pad will be, and the more residue that's likely to be left behind. For this, we recommend our Melt Away Lash Cleansing Balm. If using an oily cleanser or our Melt Away Balm, you'll need to cleanse again with a non-oily makeup remover, like micellar water or our Lid and Lash Cleanser, before you're able to pop on a new set. After your lashes are clean and dry and not oily, you're ready to pop on a new set of lashes. Whether it be the same exact style and mapping as you did last time, or you want to try something new, don't be afraid to have fun with these. The Silly George Pop-On lashes are meant to be a fun and enjoyable experience, so don't be afraid to have fun with your styles and mapping. All right, I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions about your application, please don't hesitate to reach out to our customer service team. They're really knowledgeable and here to help you with any application 24/7 on any of our channels. Thanks for taking time to watch, and I'll see you next time.